Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. Welcome to this week's edition of Mods Worth Noting. So the Kloss ConvioFlex 1380 multi-brand is another alternative to those who like to use the Draper header. Same type of thing, does not require a separate header trailer, 45-foot working width, same price point, about $95,000, and it provides all the brands in the game. So this gameplay mod, to me, is a welcome addition. Spawn pallets stacked will increase the amount of pallets spawned by 2 to 6 times, and that really just depends on the size of what's spawning. So if you look at what the modder has said here, it's going to stack them 2 meters high, so for wool that's 2 high, but oils, for example, will spawn up to 5 high. You could run into a limit based on the game pallet limits, so depending on how many things you have, pallets may not spawn due to limits. So there's a limited pallet object fix for Farming Simulator by GTX that's available, but you'll have to go to GitHub. You can't get it from ModHub. And also, if you're putting it on an existing saved game, if there's already pallets on the ground, it won't double them up. But you can see here, for example, eggs stack 3 high. Not quite sure what those are, but you can see they're barrels, and so they're also 2 deep and 2 high. I think this might be flour, and this looks like maybe a lumber mill, so maybe planks. And then finally, I think they've got the spinnery that is putting out cloth or fabric. So again, you can see it's turned it into a double row and then 3 high. So I think this is an interesting mod. Definitely like it, and can help move things along so that you don't have a million things spawning. The trick is, can you move them the way they are and so forth, but at least more of them come out. And it also just looks a little bit busier, maybe like what you'd expect to see around production locations and so forth. So I'd suggest give it a try. So a simple one here, European Fence Pack, just gives you 3 different type of fence styles that are popular in Europe. So the small combine garage kind of struck me a little bit as the Goldilocks garage. You've kind of got the 3 different sizes, so the baby, the mama, and the daddy. So you can go ahead and put that on your farm if you're running a smaller farm but want to kind of store a big harvester in some way and make it fit. So a different way to make seeds, looks like input is wheat, herbicide, and water, and then you get seeds out. Silo facility is simply a new silo type, stores 1 million liters for 300,000. So this mod's definitely intriguing. Greenhouse modular allows you to basically build greenhouses to the size you want by using various modules. It also introduces some opportunity to make things a little more complicated and include seeds and herbicide and other things to help grow, but it's still producing tomatoes, lettuce, and strawberries. So you can see they provide a map here of how you can manually, automatically, or alternatively do certain things. So you can study this at your leisure. And then these are the different types of modules. And here's kind of a look of everything you've got. So these are the automatic distribution things for seeds and so forth. I think they're called like substrate seeds and pallets and so forth. And so this gives you a bit of the interior view as well. And they're large enough then that you can drive in with your equipment as well to go ahead and do what you need to do. Self-made bale trailer is an inexpensive $3,500 bale trailer with auto load. So you can kind of see capacity-wise what it will go ahead and do. The modder doesn't specifically state it. They give you a lot of information about what you need to do because you have to press the button several times, the Z button, to unload. So it moves it off to the right, then it puts it down on the ground, and then you have to press it again to stop unloading. So similar to other auto load type of bale pickup wagons, just the way it works in base game, but they're just making sure you understand that. Crude oil production is an involved production chain, which is always a nice thing to see people give a shot at. So you can see here what the modders got created. They've got extraction points that help you pull oil out, along with just a straight generator, it looks like, that looks very similar to the pump, just without some additional storage. That creates crude oil, which can go either into an oil tank or a refinery. And once again, if it's just going to an oil tank, you can use it as, I guess, fuel, or standard game fuel. Or you can create paraffin, motor oil, kerosene, and bearing grease, and then you obviously have selling points for the new items. So if you're looking for a little bit of a complex opportunity for a production chain to do something a little bit different within the game, obviously it's important to understand it doesn't look like there's any farming going on here, but there are certainly farms in the world that will have these pumps and so forth on there, and this just takes it on to the next level and finishes it up all the way to the sell point. Another quality of life mod, Pro Bale Grab Auto Load. There's a version for square bales and round bales, but it basically is an auto load fork that lets you load bales automatically and unload them neatly wherever you want, as you can see. So another new addition to the older, less expensive mod column, FMRZ 406 Orlick is a sugar beet harvester that you can see pull along behind a tractor. It drops the sugar beets on the ground, working with of 3 meters, $7,200. Super simple, but if you need them to work out your map and make things look realistic, placeable newspaper boxes comes with 6 different options. So quite a few things to take a look at this week. Hope you find something you enjoy. I'll see you next time.